Nicole and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my March TBR and I think I picked a decent selection. I kind of went all over the place. I don't really have anything, too set in stone. There's nothing I really wanted to read in March that, I had to get to instantly. So I kind of just went through my bookshelves, scanned, saw what I had been wanting to read for a while, saw what books I've had forever, and I kind of just went there. So I picked out 7 books to talk about today. So let's get right into what I want to read. So the first 2 books I have are both by Charlaine Harris, and the first one is Last Seen Alive and Poppy Done to Death. These are both Aurora Teagarden mysteries, and if you've been around for a while and you saw my video that I made back in 2020, I think back in maybe October, I can't remember for sure, but I read the rest of the Aurora Teagarden series. I have 4, they're behind me right there. I have 4 other ones that I read back last year in October, November, sometime back then. I'm not sure, but I did not get to finish these 2, so I definitely want to get around to reading these 2 this month, and I'm thinking I'm going to start off with these 2 actually. I'm not sure yet, but basic synopsis of the whole series, because you can't give too much away without giving the mystery away, is basically it follows Aurora Teagarden, and she follows wherever crime goes. She seems to be, kind of like attached to crime. Crime seems to follow her wherever she goes, which, isn't great, but it's definitely interesting to see her follow all these mysteries and solve them, and just to see how brave she actually is, because she's just a librarian. She works at the library. She lives a quiet life. So it's kind of crazy how such an ordinary girl can just kind of solve mysteries and all that. And it's a really good series. I didn't think I'd like them as much as I did, but I actually ended up enjoying them more than I thought I would. So I definitely want to read these 2 as soon as I can. And like I said, I think I'm going to start the month off with them, but I'm not sure. So we'll see. The next book I have is Missing Pieces by Heather Gudenkauf. And this one follows a woman named Sarah and her husband Jack. And Jack has always been haunted by the death of his mother when he found her in his family farm's basement, I believe. And he found her when he was just a teenager, so he's always been haunted by that. So Jack has always been hesitant to return home, but when his aunt is hurt in an accident, he finally takes Sarah with him and they go to his old family home. The 2 are both welcomed by the family and everything seems to be going great until they realize the mysterious kind of circumstances around his aunt's accident. And so Sarah starts digging in and realizes there's a lot that Jack didn't know, and there's a lot he needs to know. Now this sounded interesting to me, so I think that's mainly why I picked it up, and it was like a bargain sale. It was like $5, I think, compared to the $16, which is always a steal, because I love bargain books. It's the first place I go when I go into a bookstore, but that's besides the point. So this seemed kind of like an interesting book. It seemed like the thriller I would kind of be into, so I kind of thought, why not give it a shot maybe this month. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick it up or not. It's just kind of, I'm keeping my options open, and this TBR could very well change, but I figured, I might as well include it because I may read it, and I may not. Who knows? The next book I have is Mask of Shadows by Linsey Miller, and this one I've had also for a while. My cousin actually gave it to me for either my birthday or Christmas one year. I can't remember, but I've had it for a while, and I finally read the synopsis of it, and it seemed really intriguing, so I thought I'd give it a chance this month. There's our main character, Sal, who wants to get away from the life of stealing and treachery and all the things that she's been involved in. So Sal kind of steals this flyer, and this flyer shows an audition to be the Queen's left-hand man kind of thing. And what happens is the Queen bases her left-hand man's off of the rings she wears, I believe, which are ruby, emerald, opal, and amethyst. And opal had died. So now she's looking for a replacement. So Sal goes off and thinks she can win this competition, but the problem is you have to, you know, fight for it. It's kind of reminds me of like the Hunger Games in a way. I don't know why that came to my mind, but it kind of reminded me of something similar. It sounds like the Hunger Games, you know, I don't know. But it seems like a really interesting concept, and I'm excited to pick it up because I've had this book forever, and it seems kind of interesting, so I'm hoping I can get to it this month. And yeah, but we'll see, so who knows. The next two books I have are Thea Stilton books, which I know these are kind of meant for a younger audience, but I've had them forever. I've always loved Geronimo Stilton and Thea Stilton and all of them, and they just bring me back to my childhood. And I realized these are the two that I still have not read, which consist of The Great Tulip Heist and Mice Take the Stage. The Great Tulip Heist involves Violet's father's friend who goes missing, and it has something to do with the black tulip. So the Thea sisters, of course, offer to help her, and they go to find, you know, his disappearance and where he went, and they just go to help out. So it seems kind of interesting. I've always loved them. They're so quick, they're so easy, and they're just really fun. And Mice Take the Stage is about, obviously, still the Thea sisters and the Rat Street Boys, which is like a famous band, of course, go to perform at their school. But their producer, Mark Mousington, is looking for an opening act, so he's auditioning bands to find the opening act, and it seems kind of interesting. They're both, you know, very short, quick, easy reads, and I'm hoping they will be just as fun as I remember them. I think I read them last year. I've read a couple of them last year, I think. I can't remember, but like I said in a lot of my previous videos, I've been trying to go through and finish all of my younger books that I've had for ages and ages and still have not read. So I figured maybe, you know, pick up a Thea Stilton book. It'd be fun, it'd be interesting, and you know, they always just, you know, bring me back to like my childhood and like 5th grade when I used to read them, which I guess isn't really childhood, but you know what, they bring back memories from when I was younger, so they're lots of fun. The final book I have is a Once Upon a Time book, Regina Rising by Wendy Toliver. And so my reason for picking this book up in this month is because I've recently been rewatching Once Upon a Time. I'm only on season 2 of the rewatch. I've already watched it, but I also saw that they had made a Once in Wonderland, and I love the series. It's one of my absolute favorite TV series. So I figured since I'm rewatching the series, I might as well pick up a book. And this one follows Regina, who is known as the Evil Queen. If you watch the show, you'll understand. But this one is back when Regina is 16 and carefree and is not known as the Evil Queen just yet. But, of course, it also follows her and her mother Cora, which we know, if you watch the show, you know she's not a very nice lady. So I figured there's an episode about this. I mean, obviously, you don't have to watch the TV series to read the books, or, you know, flip-fly, you don't have to read the books or watch the TV series. They're kind of separate, but they're based on the same storyline. So I have like 3 or 4 of these books that I have. So I figured I might as well pick it up if I'm watching the TV series still. So yeah, that's kind of my thinking for this one. I don't know if I'm going to or not. You know, I might wait till next month if I don't. I'm just hoping I remain feeling better and I can still film YouTube videos, and I have a lot of fun ideas still, so I'm hoping I can do some of those, and I'm hoping my body will just behave in the simplest terms so I can get some reading done. But yeah, so there's this book. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. That's my little TBR. I don't know how well I'm going to stick to it. I might pick up different books. I don't know. It's just kind of what I think I might want to read. Do I know for sure? No. But they're just kind of, they give me options. So we will see. And that is that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!